and welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K, and this is the year of 2019 reading. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back to those of you whom have walked with me in this path from the beginning, who've come to me for monthly, 6-month, 3-month, yearly readings. Thank you for those of you who connect with me live and weekly, and for those who have commented and let me know how these energies are resonating in your personal path. All right, so the energies I am feeling for Gemini. To represent the year, they're saying that there is a Gemini here, whomever's energies these are for this general reading, and thank you for those of you who write and clarify that these are indeed your energies and or readings. There is a commitment or partnership that this particular Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female, has come to the realization ended spiritually. That means it was a lesson, it was an experience, it was a process that this Gemini had to go through to learn more about themselves, right? Because we learn through others here on Earth. This could have to do with a feminine energy that's at a distance. However that applies. Now in the beginning of the year, January, February of 2019, this particular Gemini, maybe a masculine Gemini energy, maybe that a feminine energy is waiting on a well-dressed masculine energy. This Gemini is thinking about hoping, wishing, and praying to find success, maybe still in connection to someone at a distance or something at a distance. Okay, so if you're not in a partnership, you can apply these energies to that thing is my desire to connect with this financial situation. All right, so when we look at Gemini, we've got this card first from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms deck by Colette Baron Reed, and we've got the confirming cards for each month coming from the Sacred Circle Tarot by Anna Franklin and Paul Mason. So in January, they're saying that this particular, where are we? Yes. This particular Gemini is needing to strategize and trust in spirit. Have hope. Be strong enough to follow what it is that fulfills you in your life, that makes you happy, that you want so badly to go towards. And get out of this opposition, because there's oppositional energies in January for this Gemini. They are keeping themselves kind of confused. Should I or shouldn't I? You know, which way do I go? How do I end one path and step into a new? So in February, this Gemini has the Dragon's dual energies representing inner conflict, morality, and conscious choice. So in February, this particular Gemini could say, I'm going to get clear about my morals, and I'm going to make a conscious choice to sweep away from anything that doesn't put me in a path of a solid foundation, of a wonderful, happy home life, of a wonderful, happy business, contented life. Now, by March, this particular Gemini has the Desert Prince energies of survival. I've made it through. I still feel anxious, but I'm not going to continue to give my energy to a situation where there are false promises. And then I also feel like the Gemini went, oh, wait a minute. Am I the one making false promises? I need to know that I've survived from the past. I need to know that when it comes to finances, when it comes to maybe someone who has Pisces in their chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female, that as I pray, Spirit will bring me what I need. In the meantime, in March, Spirit is really talking to this Gemini about finding a new path when it comes to creativity, finances, or career. So this particular Gemini in March is wanting to move ahead. They're wanting to say, okay, I'm going to see what the future's about when it comes to another person. I'm going to face my fears. I'm going to speak my truth. I'm going to pray to Spirit. And in the meantime, while I'm waiting for Spirit to handle my relationships or connections with others, I'm going to focus on the abundance of my path. A new path with the Ace of Discs. A new financial or career direction. Now, in April, Gemini has the High Lady of Love and Compassion, kindness and consideration. Again, in April, feeling very touched, maybe because in March, this Gemini stepped forward and gave something a chance. They opened their heart with the High Lady of Compassion energies, or it may take them till April. Because now that they have found a path of contentment and solidarity, financially, creatively, they can start an Ace of Cups path. So this is about allowing faith and trust through your prayers to stop and observe as you communicate out with another, and pray to Spirit for what it is you desire Spirit to overflow your cup with. Love and abundance, happiness and joy, prosperity, contentment, and fulfillment. So in April, they're looking for a new path in love. In May, this Gemini is saying with the Altar Priestess, I am going to trust in prayer. I'm going to trust in the fact that Spirit is guiding me in the right direction. There are energies of poverty consciousness. Maybe there are worries or fears here about moving forward. For some Geminis, maybe they haven't faced their fears yet as of May. But Spirit's saying, we will offer you a new path, creatively, financially, career-wise. And once you find that solid foundation, you can really think about false promises and open your heart to kindness. Because kindness is love. Now by June, this Gemini has the Lady of Lightning. Surprises. Sometimes shock. A total paradigm shift. Recognizing that you were sneaking away from the anxiety of the situation. Something beautiful was laying right here in front of you. And yet you were focusing on the empty cups of the past, which brought you the energies of regret. So again, there's a lot here about spirituality this year for Geminis, about remaining positive and being kind and considerate and trusting in prayer that Spirit will help you to walk a fulfilling path without the energies of regret. And when you do this, when you free yourself, when you focus on your own stability, happiness, and joy in your own path, by June, something or someone could come quickly towards you and communicate something. That is a surprise. Now in July 2019, this Gemini has the Wise Woman of Wonderland energies, integrity, compromise, maybe connecting with the person they were kind to. This Gemini may be connecting with someone who has water in their chart, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Gemini's being guided with the Queen of Cups energies to remain patient and strong with what your conscious choice is going to be. I feel like with another. Listen to your intuition, have integrity and compromise. Remember, this is a path of kindness and prayer so that someone can come naturally towards our direction. Now in August, we have the Sun Dancer's energies for Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female. And these energies are about joyful activity, the celebration of life, and abundance. Being able to lay down a path that has been maybe long and difficult. Laying down a struggle that no longer matters in some way in August. You don't need to force a situation. You need to celebrate the abundance of life because you're walking now in the path of integrity. You can lay down a situation if you want to and enjoy abundance in your future with or without another. So I still feel like even in August, this Gemini is trying to listen to their intuition about some form of communication that may have happened in June. Now, let's see. So we're on September 2019. This particular Gemini is receiving the Spirit Whisperer energies, divine guidance, and higher knowing. See, it takes some time. And I think by September, this particular Gemini knows which path they're going towards. They're celebrating wonderful things in their own life. They're listening to their intuition. They're walking in their highest integrity, and they are compromising inner opposition in order to open up to kindness and prayer. By October of 2019, look at this. We have a sacred union. Two may indeed come together. Now, two may come together, and I'm feeling like it's another water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio by April. But by May, this Gemini is not feeling completely fulfilled. They have poverty consciousness. They're praying to Spirit still and are hoping for a surprising situation to transpire, because there is still regret, because they're still thinking maybe of a second water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But they're trying to walk in their highest integrity. They're trying to make the best decisions. And then they can lay down a path in August that by September helps them to start to move forward confidently. There may be a coming together in October with another of 2019 for this Gemini. And I feel like this Gemini is going, oh my gosh, this is the path I've been praying for. This is the person. This is the job. This is the offer, the opportunity, the union, the direction I am supposed to be going. And yet, this Gemini is walking with their sword in the air in like protect and defend mode, when they're supposed to be focusing on kindness and consideration. So there's a lot of fear here for this Gemini to come into partnership with another. Look at this. We've got the River Queen, which right away makes me think about Pisces again. But it could be any water sign. It could be no water sign. Something in November comes to an end. Something is let go of. Something Gemini will know by November has finally come to a conclusion. I feel like it's coming to a conclusion of a path that this Gemini is kind of dragging their feet about throughout the whole year. And then by November, something crumbles. Probably because they came together with another offer or opportunity. They started to realize that, oh my gosh, my dreams are coming true. And by December 2019, Gemini has the Sisters of the Seasons energies, cycles of growth, natural law, and divine order. The divine order of things coming together with another. And letting go of discord or heartache. So the fear this year is about worries of finances. It's about not appreciating who one loves in their day-to-day life. It's about inner opposition, needing to strategize or feeling like they need to strategize. There's a lot of inner conflict from January to February. So it's important to get clear by March of, are you offering a real opportunity, or is someone offering a real opportunity to you? By April, I think since great things open up in March for this Gemini financially, creatively, then their heart opens up and they are able to kindly open up their heart not only to other people and considerately open their heart to other people and pray and trust in prayer. That prayer will bring you from an unfulfilled position. And then we have like a message, a surprise, something coming in quickly. And the Gemini feeling regretful or unappreciative in June. Now in July we have integrity and compromise and listening to your intuition. Joyful celebration of life and laying down an old path. Maybe at one time that was very passionate. But in August and September, there's just this higher knowing that it's time to pack things up. It's time to slowly move in a new direction. And then there's like this coming together of a partnership in October and the letting go of what was in November. And even though there's heartache and discord, this particular Gemini is feeling kind of bad about what they're doing, but they know that this is the season. It's a season to move into the divine order of another path. They may not want to leave in a very honest way. It's like they almost want to sneak away from a situation. Yes. So in the first third of the year, we have financial gain. And this Gemini feeling restricted. Going into the energies of deep thought. Reminiscing on the paths they've previously walked. With the initiation energies and the Four of Swords, they are resting and manifesting. And trying to get to the truth of what they want or someone else wants. And getting to the truth of what it is now time to manifest moving forward. There's an opportunity to free yourself from some form of bondage, whether it's in your thoughts or in your life. You're feeling stuck. Mid-year, we have a Gemini freeing themselves from anything that's negative, going through some form of recovery and standing strong in devotion to themselves and maybe even someone else, that it is time to figure out a new path. It is time to travel in a new direction. It is time to speak my truth, and it's time for me to dedicate myself to what's in my highest best good. Knowing that every step I take will affect others who are in the web of my life. There's a very caring, loving, giving, creative, feminine energy, or this is the Gemini saying, I'm going to create a new business. I'm going to step in a new path. I'm going to become a new person, and I'm going to enjoy the Ten of Cups energies of a happily ever after. I'm going to reflect on what is causing me suffering mid-year. Remember, listen to the intuition and compromise for a minute in July. And have prudence about making what feels like a difficult decision, wanting to move into a new direction. There's movement with my heart wide open, looking at a new financial opportunity, a new creative financial direction, listening to my intuition when it comes to discord and discontentment. I know I need to sacrifice something in my life that's blocking me from my truth. I need to face my fears and cut away from a path that no longer serves me. I need to focus on a solid foundation and what I'm going to do traditionally from here on out, and pray to Spirit for exactly that, so I can bring one path to a close and step into the path of new stability. Amen. Wishes coming true when it comes to love. Recognizing that maybe this nostalgic energy has some potential. Being reborn in the perspective of another. And finally expressing your heart. Understanding that the divine is guiding you by August, September. Especially when it comes to your success, your finances. There will be financial abundance and security. But you've got to lay down some form of battle or inner struggle and push beyond your fears this year. By the end of the year, you're going to come to a peaceful resolution of, I do know what it is I want to create now. I do know that what I'm passionate about moving forward. I'm willing to step into a new direction being offered to me from the universe. And will be able to, with the Eight of Cups, free myself happily from something or someone or a situation or a path or direction that did not serve me, in order to move towards harmony. I'm going to find the truth of this passionate connection. Speaking your truth, hopefully in a very kind, fair, and just way, to a partnership that you recognize is a sacred union by October 2019. And here I feel like this is Gemini saying, I have come a long way. I've built this solid foundation. I'm happy and content in my path. And now I know that what I do in this new path is karmically depending on what I manifest next. Some may decide that as they manifest this new path, they also have to let go of what was. Here's that new path. Creating a bounty, creating success and contentment. Feeling like you got it going on. Feeling really good about yourself because you're stepping into a new season. You're stepping into a new path. But we do have a little bit, by the end of the year, a little bit of delusion and wanting to speak your truth about something. Even if it's to yourself. There are energies of frustration in December 2019. And I think that there's a lesson here that by the end of 2019, Gemini is going to start to understand. It's about appreciating the path you're in and not constantly wanting to move on and manifest something based on your thoughts. It's about coming to a realization of what are you putting in your thoughts? What do you want to create and how are you going to do that? And when you get there, when you finally land in that solid foundation, who are you going to partnership and support and be considerate and loving to and with? If things don't work out, but it's like somebody's going to know in October, November that yes, it was a karmic connection, but now I realize what I've learned about myself, about the situation, about who I used to be, about where I'm going. And there may be some discord about, wow, it didn't happen exactly the way I thought it was, but boy, did I learn a lot. So when I looked at the second Lenormand spread, they were speaking of a long-term path ahead, needing to make communication or have communication of sorts for this Gemini. And they're confirming that there's a desire to go somewhere at a distance that feels like a burden. And they're saying that it's important for this Gemini not to sit in the energies of boredom or discontent when it comes to a path ahead, but instead to communicate about the life you are wanting to manifest. There will be confusion throughout this year. I feel more so, almost more so in May. But remember, you've got the Altar Priestess energy saying, prepare through prayer. Okay, and then you'll find the clarity you need regarding an internet communication or connection, someone that you may want to create a beautiful path with. There are sly and cunning behaviors tied to this feminine energy who is just sitting there waiting. And again, they're talking about a spiritual ending and a recognition of, okay, I learned what I needed to learn. Now I'm going to move forward into a new direction, maybe even physically, travel or move. To come together with someone who's very caring, loving, giving, and supportive in hopes that something will come. But then comes an ending. And realizing maybe that wasn't what I wanted, but it did help me to walk in a higher, better, more karmic path. Yes, there will still be cloudiness at the end of the year. If this Gemini doesn't go and communicate and get what the answers they seek, and I feel like they're so afraid to do so, or they're held up by other commitments, there are things that they need to focus on, like their own promises. They need to get out of inner conflict and come into kindness, consideration, and prayer. Give thanks to the ones that are in your life. You'll notice that as you do so, as you open up and give thanks to the people in your life and the people who aren't currently in your life, all at the same time, as you stand in integrity and compromise with others and listen to your intuition, joyful things will come, and it'll become easier for someone to lay down a path that maybe was built more on passion than love. And then by September, we have a higher knowing of where we want to go, a coming together and speaking our truth, an ending and the lesson being recognized. Tell me a little bit more about the lesson at the end of 2019 for Geminis. And this is the Energy Oracle deck by Sandra Ann Taylor. December 2019. Woo, we had one fly out. Wow, look at this. It ended up in reverse, walking away. Wanting to move into a new path, a new direction, but afraid to walk away. So still, it could take. Okay, spiritual advice says, this is a year of finding balance when it comes to financial constraints or worries regarding finances. You're going to come into an awareness that an angel of love has been sent your way to help you to focus on kindness and consideration, which makes this Gemini want to move into this beautiful garden of abundance, of happiness and joy. Yes, there's a desire to take and make a journey this year, and I feel like Spirit's saying if there's something you want to know in connection to your community, society, social media, whatever, go and ask the questions or go and take that journey. And know that there are other doorways besides just the one you are contemplating on. But the only way you're going to get beyond a doorway is to take off the blindfold and find out what balances you out. What is it you are going to commit yourself to? What is it you're going to sign on the dotted line about with another? Yeah, listening to your third eye chakra as you come together with another this year. And getting very excited about a happy family life, really wanting to have that. So there's a doorway to romance here, but there's a feminine energy that's all tied up in her own situation and her own thoughts, and or Gemini is trying to reach out with someone who's stuck in a situation. And again, I think at the end of the year, they're sitting here thinking about what they want to manifest. They're thinking about the energies of lies and deceit. So, you know, all of this is set to change if this person can work through these things quicker this year, let go of what is not healthy, let go of anything that causes anxiety. And as you do, as you don't focus too hard on pushing ahead and just pray and lean back, wonderful things will come towards you and show you what you need to see this year. Wow. Yep. And it's definitely a year focused on love. So I'm going to close the yearly reading for Gemini by pulling one card from Archangel Michael's Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. Gemini. They're telling you that the situation is already resolved. So the yearly prayer is, I give my worries and cares and concerns to you, Spirit, in exchange for true peace in all ways. Thank you for resolving the situation in a divinely perfect way. Again, this could be that someone's trying to dissolve a situation in their past and walk away, and they haven't had the strength to do so, but they find out that they can't find contentment. They're feeling regretful, or they want something, but they're not appreciating what they have, and they really need to spend the year getting clear about what do I want, and rid themselves of poverty consciousness and inner conflict when it comes to coming into a sacred reunion with another. If you'd like a personal reading, I'm available at my email, which is josiek42@gmail.com, and I offer different types and lengths of readings, meaning 1 month, 3 months, 6 month, and yearly readings like this if you'd like your very own. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please like, share, and subscribe. Take care, and God bless.